What is up, everyone? It's Ricky572 Return a Chance. Today's November 16th. We're actually going to be calling this Market Watch November 17th Market Watch because by the time I'm done editing and putting up the Market Watch on the channel, it's probably going to be November 17th because right now it's 10:25, but it's probably going to be after midnight. So we'll call it November 17th Market Watch. But I did want to start off the channel by saying thank you guys for supporting us. We finally hit a new milestone on Tcgplayer. We finally got our 1,000 sales. If you guys haven't taken a look at our Tcgplayer store, the link is down in the description to go take a look at the cards we post up. But we finally reached 1,000 sales. We started selling, I think, sometime last year. Was it last year? I think it was like mid last year, like maybe March or April. We started selling on Tcgplayer, and now we're at 1,000 sales. So thank you guys. Shout out to everyone that's been supporting us and continues to support the channel. So cheers. But yeah, today's market watch. Now that we got that out the way, we're gonna be starting off with Sky Strikers because we got Sky Striker support today announced, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these prices are gonna change tomorrow morning. But we did get a new Sky Striker effect monster. We got a Link 3 Sky Striker and a Link 2 Sky Striker monster, I think it was. You guys can take a look at the pictures right here and in case I'm wrong about that. But yeah, they're going to be somewhere around here. I'm not really sure where I'm going to post it at, but it's going to be somewhere around here. But yeah, let's take a look at some of these Sky Striker cards. Sky Striker Ace Race. Still, I don't think that's 1190, or else this might be a good pickup if it's at 1190. 80 listings on the market. We don't hit our lightly played until we hit. So technically, this is the highest rarity ray we have. So we hit 1658, 1559, 1590, 1799. So they're still under $20. I think that might be a good pickup, unless Ray gets like another rarity. But I don't see any rarity, any new rarity of Ray coming out soon. I think this might be a good pickup since it's technically the highest rarity. The Sky Striker cards will probably get later on next year. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's too many changes happening yet. Sky Striker Maneuver Afterburns at 720, Azalea at 1245. This was sitting around like 11, so it went up a little bit. Mobilizing Gauge at like $2-ish. Shizuku at 235. Is this the highest rarity Shizuku we have? No, we have an ultimate rare, I know that, but I guess if you guys want to get like the highest budget rarity, the Prismatic Seeker rare might be the one to pick up because this is one he played 3 of. So I might be taking a look at those and keeping an eye on Shizuku's if you are planning to play Sky Strikers. Hayate as well. I think this is like a 2 of in the deck. Is this the highest rarity Secret Rare? Yeah, this is the highest rarity. Only have 57 listings. And it looks like we have listings at 245, 299, $3, 319, 342, and 342. So yeah, keep your eye out on those Secret Rares, Sky Strikers. I mean, you guys could go for the ultis too, but the ultis are pretty expensive. This one's actually pretty cheap, $26.99 for Hayate. Wonder why it's so low in price. Maybe people are afraid that it might get reprinted, but it's at $30 right now. If you guys want to pick up a ultimate rare Hayate, like I said, I think this is one you play 1 or 2 of in the deck. Not really sure about that though. And then Ace Shizuku, an ultimate rare right now is holding at. Let's see, lightly plays kind of expensive, $81.95 for our first English lightly played copy of Shizuku. Anything else we want to take a look at in the Sky Striker department? This one might be one to pick up too. It only has one printing, Sky Striker Mobilized Linkage, and it already had a buyout before, making it go up to like the $5 price point. But right now they're back down to, let's see, $1.96, $2, $2.50, like $3-ish dollars. So I could see more people starting to pick this up. Since the new Sky Striker support just got announced, we're gonna let some more people wake up to the information tomorrow morning, or I guess later on this morning, depending on when I post this market watch. Later on this morning, and maybe this card will have more people buying into it and having it going up in price. But right now they're looking like they're around $3. So yeah, let me know how you guys feel about the new Sky Striker support, or Sky Strikers in general. Let me know if you guys think more of these cards, or which one of these cards you guys think might go up in price. Next up, we have a card called Sales Pitch from Ignition Assault. So this one has another printing, right? It has a 2021 rare printing, But it looks like the secret rare from Ignition Assault has been going up in price and low on listings. It says if your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand except by drawing them by their card effect, except by drawing them by their card effect, reveal one card from your deck and add it to your hand. But you cannot activate cards or effects of cards with that same name for the rest of your turn. Okay, so let's reread that because I didn't really get that. If your opponent adds a card from a deck to your hand, except by drawing them by their card effect, reveal one card from their deck. Reveal one card from your deck and add it to the hand. Okay, so it lets you add any card from your hand if your opponent adds. That's pretty good. It's not too bad. I mean, you can't activate it that same turn, but still, for like follow up or something, it could be a pretty good tech. We had these sitting around like under $1, and they've been going up since. Under $1 in August, and right now they are at 147, 148, 199, $2, $2.50, 257, 265, and heading up to the $3 mark. In my opinion, I would sell these off if you guys have some in bulk, because these are probably in your bulk pile since they were under $1. So while the hype is up, I'll get rid of them because I don't really see this being teched in too many builds. It's a trap card, and you can't even activate the card you add until like I guess the next turn, right? With the same name for the rest of the turn. Yeah, you can't activate that until like your turn. So it's kind of slow in my opinion. Let me know how you guys feel about sales pitch down in the comments below. Proxy F Magician did have a buyout a couple months back, but it looks like now it's heading low on listings for the super rares. We do have other versions. We have commons and commons from Attorney Code and the Tins for my budget players, but these OTS Tournament Pack 15 super rares have been going up recently. They were sitting around like $1, and right now we have them at let's see, Portuguese, German, French. We hit our first English copy at $334, $365, $394, $4, and then heading up to $468. So almost a $5 card now. Let me know what deck this card might be used in. I know there's some niche plays you could do with this because it lets you fusion summon. It's kind of a generic link monster. To affect monsters during main phase, you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your field as fusion materials. If a fusion monster is fusion summoned to a zone discard point, so you can special summon one monster with 1,000 or less attack from your hand. So it could let you fuse and it could let you, I guess, extend. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any idea what deck this might be teched in. Cursed Outland, we did look at a couple Outlich trap cards the other day on our past market watch that we did. I think it was like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. But I forgot to mention Cursed Outland, the original copy from Secret Slayers, the super rare, is going up in price and low on listing. So it was sitting around $2-ish. And right now we have it only at 24 listings. We have it at $3, $3. Then once these $3 copies are gone, we go up to $3.75, $4.60, $3.75, $4, $4.87, heading up to the $6 price point. I'm not sure why these Outlich cards are getting bought out. Let me know down below if there's like some Eldritch deck that's hopped recently or something that I might not know of that's causing this buyout. But yeah, we also have premium gold rares for my budget players. I know no one likes premium gold rare copies of cards, but I really like them. So if I were you guys, I would buy these instead of the super rare, since technically this is the higher rarity of the card. But yeah, just to avoid paying like the $5 to $6 price point of the super rare Cursed Outland. Let me know down below how you guys feel about Cursed Outland down in the comments. Void Banishment is one of the cards used in the Infernoid strategy, and I actually didn't really know about this. There was one card, Void Apocalypse, I think is no, not Void Apocalypse. What was the one card? I forgot that one card that lets you fusion summon. Void Imagination, I think it's called. But we all forgot about Void Banishment, and this card has been going low on listings and up in price, so it did get a buyout. We only have 6 listings available on the market, and we have it at like $3 to $5 back in the beginning of September. And right now the cheapest copy available on the market is at $13.46. Then we hit $18.30 and going up to the $20 price point. We have sales around like the $10 price point, $17 price point, $15 price point, $17 price point, $14. So they are selling around that $17, $15 price point. If I were you guys, when is the new Infernoid support coming out? I don't think it's confirmed that it's coming out anytime soon yet, but it is coming out next year. I would wait and not buy into the hype. Hopefully these will come down in a couple months. Yeah, maybe these will come down in a couple months. So hold off on buying this because this card is only a super rare, being like at almost a $20 price point. So if you have these, sell them off, sell the hype. If you guys are planning to play the strategy, I will wait a couple months for this to cool down. But let me know down in the comments below how you guys feel about Void Banishment. So we have Hida. Hida actually, I actually thought Hida had an ultra rare version or a secret rare version, but I guess it didn't. The highest rarity of Hida is a super rare from OTS Tournament Pack 10. We only have rares, commons, and some more rares available for my budget players. But it looks like this super rare is going low on listings, 24 listings on the market. I think Rescue Ace plays this. I know Infernobles, I think, also played this. And we also have some other fighter strategies that are gonna be picking this up to play with as well. We have Fire Kings, and what else do we have? We have some more strategies coming out that are fire, but yeah, these are going up in price. They were hitting a $5 price point back in September/August, and right now we have them at $6.15, $6, $5.63, $7, and $8.50. So let me know down below if you guys think this card will head up even further in price. Does this have a quarter century or maybe like a Starlight version? Hida. Let me see if they have a Starlight version for this card, because a lot of the a lot of the Charmers have okay, so Chaneller, not sure. I have the Starlight version. So yeah, that's the highest affordable version you guys could buy for Hida. Let me know down in comments though if you guys think this card could head up even further in price, or if it's gonna stay around like the $6 to $8 price point. It is one of those cards I would pick up if you guys are planning to play it though. If you guys want the higher rarity, because I could see it going up a little bit further than the $6 to $8 price point. But for my budget players, you have these options available. You don't have to buy the super rare version. Nimble Sunfish is still holding up in price. I remember this card was hitting like a high price point of like 20 something dollars, maybe. Was it the highest price point it hit? 15. I kind of recall this being at like 20. Maybe I might be wrong about that. But right now we still have it holding up in price. It's using a Sprite strategy. I haven't really seen too many Sprite builds topping recently, but it is one of those cards that you guys could tag to OTK and Sprites. 33 listings on the market, and this card is at 736, 886, 10.99, 11.14, 11.99, $12. So yeah, that's your info on Nimble Sunfish. If you are planning to pick it up, you don't need it, but it is an OTK option. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, send one fish type monster from your deck to the graveyard, and you can special summon one Nimble Sunfish from your deck. So the way you use this is with that ninja mosquito thing. Let me type it in. Ninja, where is it at? Or mosquito. Let me type in mosquito. There's a strategy you could use with Nimble Sunfish and the Ninja Shadow. Okay, there we go. And then number 2, Ninja Shadow Mosquito to OTK your opponent. Because if your opponent has like a monster out, you could keep attacking that monster and inflicting damage with Ninja Shadow Mosquito. And since the Nimble Sunfish lets you special summon multiple copies of itself from the deck, you're always going to have a monster to be able to inflict damage with using the Ninja Mosquito. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Nimble Sunfish still up in price at an $8 to $10 price point. Ignite Crusader from Clash of Rebellion. This is a super rare, and it's using the Exodia strategy that we saw in YCS. Was it Richmond, I think, a couple weeks back. We saw it on the live stream duel, and it got popular, but it only has one printing available. And these are currently at 27 listings. They were sitting around like $4-ish. Right now we have them at, let's see, cheapest copy at $5.15. Then we go up to $8, $7.39, $7.40, $8.39, $8.39, $8.40, and $8.49. So if you guys do have some of these somewhere, I would get rid of them before the Exodia hype cools down and people start fading away from that strategy. Let me know down below how you guys feel about Ignite Crusader though. We have Fire Flint Lady going up in price as well. 37 listings on the market for this one. It only has one printing from Battles of the Legend Armageddon. That's crazy. I thought this card would have more printings available, but it looks like it only has one. It says if you control a warrior monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can send this card from the field to the graveyard. Special summon one level 4 or lower warrior monster from your hand. If you do, your opponent cannot target it with card effects this turn. If you control a warrior, you can special summon this card. Okay, so it's a free body, I guess, that you could extend with in like warrior strategies. Maybe Infernobos might be tagging 1 or 2 copies of this card. We had this card hitting a low price point of like $2 back in October, and right now we have it heading up to 309, 309, 316, 317, 323, 350, $3.50. So almost a $4 card. I could see this card maybe pushing up to like the $5 mark once we get the new fire. What was it called? Was it Fire Fist support or Fire Fist Warriors? If they are Warriors, then they might be taking this card too. Fire Fist. No, is it Fire Fist? Fire King. Fire King, my bad. Fire King. Because if Fire Kings are Warriors, then I could see this card going up to the $5 price point. Fire King, Fire King, Fire King. Let's take a look at Beast Warrior, Beast Warrior. It looks like they're mostly Beast Warrior. Beast Warrior, Worm, Worm, Beast, Worm. Maybe some new Fire Kings might be Warriors from this. Is this a new one? This one comes out, yeah, it comes out in December. So maybe some new Fire Kings coming out instead might be Warriors, which will help you, which will utilize Fire Flint Lady to extend in that deck. But we'll see what happens then. Let me know down below how you guys feel about Fire Flint Lady. Cyber / Harpy Lady is a card that missed a reprint in Valiant Smashers. Over in OCG, they did get this card reprinted in their set, but we did not get a reprint of this card, so I wanted to see how it's doing. It looks like it did start to go up. I know Centurion is one of the decks that could go into this and utilizes it, so maybe that's what's pushing this card up even further, but it also missed a reprint window, so that's why it's pushing up as well. It was sitting at a low price point of like $15-ish. I remember getting rid of mine for like $16-ish. 41 listings on the market, and right now we have it at 17, 18, 19, 18, 20, 18, 25, 18, 27, $18, and 18.05. If I were you guys, I would pick up my copy sooner than later, just because it did miss a reprint, so we're not sure when it's going to get another reprint. And if Centurions happen to be good and go into this, it could pick up further in price. This card has had a life cycle of being between like $15 and $20, so it's nothing too crazy at the moment. It hasn't gone up too much, but I would rather be safe than sorry and pick them up now if in case they do go up even further. Let me know down below how you guys feel about Cyber / Harpy Lady. Time Tier Morganite looks like it's going up as well. This card was sitting around like $2-ish back in September and has been going up in the past couple months. I know Flunderies is one of the decks that could utilize this card because they don't really use monster effects in the hand. Let me know down below if you guys could think of any other decks that could utilize this card. It says for the rest of this, do apply the following effects. You cannot activate monster effects in the hand. Draw 2 cards instead of one for your normal draw during the draw phase. You can conduct 2 normal summon sets per turn, not just 1. You could banish this card from your graveyard and discard 1 Time Tier Morganite. Your opponent cannot activate monster effects when you normal summon this turn. So it's a pretty good tech. I know, like I said, Flunderies is one of those decks that can utilize this card. They get an extra normal summon. They could get to draw extra 2 cards per turn after this card is activated. And you could, I guess, make your opponent not be able to respond to your normal summon. So it's a pretty good tech in my opinion. 75 listings on the market, 376, 420, 420, 439, 445, 446, 450, and 380. So like between a $4 to $5 card now. So it's up from its $2 low price point that it had back in September. Let me know how you guys feel about Time Tier Morganite though. It's not getting a reprint until like probably next year's 10th. So it's going to have a good time to impact the meta if it does impact the meta. But let me know down below if you guys could think of any other decks that could utilize Time Tier Morganite. Number F0, Utopic Draco Future is one of those cards I just wanted to take a look at because it's pretty good. It takes like a combo deck to commit to making it. Because you have to make F0. No, what was the Draco Future? Utopic. So the way you make this, you make utopic future first, and by you have to make this by exceeding, I guess two times, two exceed monster with the same rank. So and it can't be number monsters, so you have to exceed, uh, I guess four monsters. Yeah, it takes four monsters to commit to making this because you have to exceed into a level 4 monster, into a rank 4 monster, then another rank 4 monster, and then you go into this. And then after you make this, you're able to make utopic Draco future. In some decks, it might be easier to make than others. But yeah, it does take a lot of commitment to go into this. But once you go into this, it's a pretty good monster. It says once per turn when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card and negate the activation. Then if that monster on the field, gain control of it. So it's pretty good. And this card can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. So it has protection too. It has been going up. It was sitting around like $5-ish, $6-ish, but it looks like it's been pushing up over the past week. We have it at 644, 653, 660, 685, then heading up to $8 right here at 784. 690 with no major walls on the first page. Let's take a look at the second page to see if there's any major walls in the way. But yeah, this was like a $5 card from Battles of Legend, Crystal Revenge for a while. But it looks like since it didn't get reprinted like the Rarity Collection or something, it's pushing. People are probably looking at cards that didn't get reprinted in the set and going after those cards. So yeah, $7 and no big walls on this either. So yeah, it might be one of those cards to take a look at. And we do have an ultra rare card. I mean, an ultra rare version for this available. It's the original printing, so you guys might want to go after this one too. But I just feel like the secret rare looks better in my opinion. Let me know how you guys feel about it down below. Looks like the ultra rares are around like the $7 price point, so they're almost the same thing. I would go after the secret rares instead. I think the last time we took a Loptar Shadow of Gene Raider bosses was like a month or two ago, and we were actually just waiting for the seller that had over like 100 listings. I mean, over 100 copies of this card available, to finally like go low on its listings, and it looks like we finally have that happen because we have it going up in price. Also, I'm not really sure how many of you guys have been paying attention to like regional data, but there's been a couple of Gene Raiders at like in Top Cut. So I wanted to mention that as well. So maybe that's another reason why this card has been going up in, not really going up in price, but it looks like it's starting to bounce back up. Because it's always been like a $5 card. 20 listings available, so we always had it like at low listings. But it looks like we finally broke the big wall that we had over here. 1, 2, 4, yeah, so no big walls. We had Gamer's Choice with over like 100 copies available, but looks like we don't have that anymore. And we have only, let's see, what's another wall we hit on the second page? 11 copies. So yeah, it looks like the big wall is gone. So now that that's gone, I feel like this card has potential to go up even higher in price. Let me know down below how you guys feel about it. We currently have it at 420, 465, 499. Once those are gone, 436, basically 630 something with shipping. It's basically 689 with shipping, 690. 9 and 699, so slowly heading up to that $7 price point. And I think it could break that price point pretty soon since we don't have any major walls here. So once people like buy play sets, that those will be gone, those will be gone. So yeah, pick up your copies of Loptar now. It only has one printing available, and it's a 3 of in a Gene Raider build. Well, like a 2 or 3 of in a Gene Raider build. So it's one of those cards that could be high in demand later on. We have Unchained Twins Aruha. This card was sitting around like $2-ish, but it looks like now it's pushing up even higher for the common and the rare. We have it at $249, it says. Unchained continues to be one of the top decks of the format. This card only has 2 printings available. Actually 3 printings if you count the Starlight rare. But affordable ones, it's only 2 printings. So if you want to play the deck, this is a 3 of you play. Right now we have it at $249, $289, $290, $299, $3, $309, $325, $344. So it looks like it's starting to head up to the $4 price point for this common version of Aruha, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, if you want to play the deck, this is a card you're gonna need 3 of. So yeah, you're gonna be spending the like $6 to $7, maybe $8 for a play set, because it looks like they are pushing up to the $3 to $4 price point for both versions. Let me know down below how you guys feel about Unchained Twins Aruha. Hopefully it gets a reprint maybe in the next OTS in February, but we'll see what happens then. Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid Neon Tempest Terahertz is a card that was being teched in like a winning Rescue Ace build. I know Rescue Ace can make this, but it takes a lot of commitment to go into this. Did get hyped up for a bit, but it looks like it's starting to push back down. It might be a card you might want to invest in though, because you never know when this card could come back into the format. It has a pretty good effect. It could send a monster, extra deck monster to the graveyard as a quick effect. So it says negate any monster effects activated by your opponent during the battle phase. Quick effect, you can send one Cyberse monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. And if you do, this card gains the tribute of that monster sent to the graveyard. Also gains 2500 attack. So people have been using this to send like a fusion monster, a Cyberse fusion monster that gives you like spell or trap card negate, I think it was. So that's the way it's being teched. 65 listings on the market. It's at $5.99, $5.99, $6, $6.36, $6.48, $6.49, and $6.55. This card came out in Maze of Memories. I think it was last year. Was it last year? Maze of Memories came out earlier this year or last year? I forgot when it was, but I don't see it getting a reprint anytime soon, so it might be a good card to pick up. It did have a high price point of like, let's see, I recall this being at like $15-ish at one point. I don't know. I feel like it was like a $15 card. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might be another card I'm thinking of, but it might be a good card to pick up and maybe come back into the format later on. At $6, I think it's a good investment. And last card on today's Market Watch is going to be Ground Xeno. So this is a card I continue to mention every now and then. Like maybe I think I mentioned this every month. And I think I'm biased on this one because I played Dinos, but I just feel like this card has so much potential. And it adds like another form of playability to the deck. We do have some new Dinos coming out sometime next year in like, what was that set called? It's the Millennium something set. I forgot what it's called. I'll let me know down below if you guys could think of the name. But I know we get a new Dino Fusion monster and a new effect monster that's kind of like a giant Rex that lets you add polymerization, and it also lets you special summon it if it gets banished. So we're getting 2 new Dino cards, and I'm really excited for that. But some people might be ahead of the game in picking these up because these are starting to push back up. This is a card that like stays between like $20 to $25. And right now we have it at 54 listings. We have it at $24.77, $23.79, $25.50, $24.20, $25.85, $26, and $25.17 on the first page. So yeah, it's starting to push back up. A couple weeks ago, it was sitting around like $20-ish, but now it's back up to 25. So yeah, let me know how you guys feel about Ground Xeno. Do you think it's a card that we should pick up right now, or should we just hold off on it? I think it's a card you guys should pick up now. I always said that this card I feel like could hit maybe like the $40 to $50 price point once Dinos come back into the meta, but I could be wrong about that. Let me know down below though. That's gonna be it for today's Market Watch. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Return Your Chance. This is Ricky572, and we'll see you guys next time.